Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Chat with Ryan Frank. Hope that you're doing well. Big shout out to everybody on Facebook, those of you on YouTube today, those of you listening to the podcast, thank you for tuning in. A few minutes, we're going to be joined by Andrew Linder. Can't wait for you to meet Andrew if you're not connected with him. First, want to remind you, 833-792-6372, right there on the screen is the number to text. If you have a question, if you have a recommended topic, if you have someone you would like for me to interview or talk to on the coffee chat, or if you would like to come on the coffee chat and talk to me, just send a text and let me know. Hey, are you receiving emails from Kids Matter? I hope that you're receiving our Kids Matter emails. If not, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to show you how easy this is. All you need to do is jump over to kidsmatter.com. Right there at the top right corner of the screen, get a best-selling on-screen game. Click that button. It'll add you to our email list. 2 or 3 times a week, we send you emails with just some encouragement, let you know about the new resources that we have at Kids Matter, let you know about upcoming events. Started something new on Friday last week called my 10 links email. For years, I did a 5 Things Friday email and stopped doing that a year or two back. Maybe not even a year or two ago, but I'm picking it back up with a new format called 10 Links. To get my 10 Links email, go to kidsmatter.com and sign up for your email list. Now you can go to the very bottom of Kids Matter and sign up there, but you won't get the free gift. So to get the free gift, you have to click right up there at the top to get that game, and it'll put you on our email list. Let me highlight a few things before we bring Andrew on screen. This is the week to get subscribed to Kids Matter magazine, because we are going to print soon for the fall issue, which is September, October, November issue. If you're not subscribed to Kids Matter magazine and you want to get Kids Matter magazine in the mail, you need to go to kidsmatter.com and get subscribed. The best $20 that you'll spend as a children's ministry leader, I promise you. Our most popular downloads right now, Double Vision has come back on the most popular list today. Also, the Make It or Break It 3-pack hit the most popular downloads of the week today. Go check those out. We have some most popular downloads there. Let me click games. We have lots of new games. We've got a brand new game added this morning. It's the second version of Picnic Peekaboo on-screen game. These Will It Float games are brand new to kidsmatter.com. We've added a 3-pack where you can purchase all 3 of the Cool Cats and Karaoke games. Those are on-screen games, lots and lots of fun. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we added a 7-pack of Bible quiz videos on the life of Jesus, Lots of fun new stuff. Let me go back to Kids Matter and scroll down. There's a couple things I don't want you to miss. Puzzling Parables is a brand new teaching series just added today. Fall Family Night, updated for 2020 with quarantine options, was just added yesterday to the site. Also want you to know we are working on a brand new workshop to help you help your parents. It's a 1-hour workshop called The Parenting in Coronaville. It's going to be released on September 8th, but now's the time to pre-order this workshop. Just click this banner and you'll be taken to a page where you can watch a video where I talk to you about the workshop. You get some information. We've got a great lineup of speakers, myself, my wife, Beth, Esther Moreno, Dr. Beth Cunningham, Jean Thomason, Valerie Bell, Brandon Russian. Now, all of these speakers are speaking in a 1-hour workshop. So this thing is packed full to help your parents. So it's a way to help you win with the parents in your church, because here's what we know, that this COVID has really changed everything for everybody, and parents all of a sudden find themselves with kids at home, kids facing anxiety, kids missing their school, missing their friends, no longer able to do the extracurriculars they were doing, more anxious than ever before, more time on their screens than ever before. We are jam-packing 1-hour workshop. You get the video version, the audio version, social graphics, a reproducible workbook, all kinds of great stuff. Go check it out at kidsmatter.com. Our guest today is Andrew Linder. Andrew, first and foremost, is a husband and a dad to 4 great kids. Andrew has some VBS products on kidsmatter.com. He's a kids pastor at a great church over in Peoria, Illinois. Passionate about parenting. Now, he's got lots of great stuff going on. Andrew, thanks for joining me.
Glad to be here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are things in Peoria, Illinois?
Peoria is good. This is home. So
yeah,
things are well. Yes.
Are your kids? What's going on with school with your kids? And just
well,
kids
they're some of them are back to school, and the Peoria schools themselves actually canceled completely last week to where they're doing everything online. So some
are they saying just for the semester or for the school year? What are they saying?
I believe it's for the school year. So unless something changes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Andrew, you ought to be really happy today. I mean, you should be grinning ear to ear. You're going on vacation tomorrow.
Yes, I'm actually leaving tonight. And
leaving tonight.
Leaving tonight. Yes.
Man, you got your bags packed?
I do. Yes.
Good. All right. So, Andrew, you've got lots of things going on. First of all, tell us about your local church ministry.
I serve at Grace Baptist Church in Pekin, Illinois, Peoria area. And we, my wife and I, are over the children's ministry, 6th grade and down. We've been doing that here for the last 5 years, and been in children's ministry for the last 20 years. And so we're navigating everything like everyone else is. We're back to having some services with children's ministry that's limited, but it's exciting to get the ball rolling again.
Our kids, how our families, our parents bringing their kids back? Are they sending them to the children's ministry?
For the families that attend, most of them send the kids to the children's ministry, but there's a good 50% of families that just haven't come back yet.
Okay. Are your volunteers coming back?
Yes, we've had a good turnout of volunteers that are serving. For the most part, probably 80 to 90% of our volunteers are back and serving. So that's a huge blessing.
Gotcha. Now, I know you like to write curriculum and VBS and stuff. Do you write the curriculum for your church, or do you use another curriculum on Sundays?
A little bit of both. Sometimes we use our own, but we do use some other curriculums as well from resources that we compile for an annual schedule.
Gotcha. So tell me something that makes your children's ministry. If I visited Grace Baptist, what's something that's unique about your children's ministry?
There could be a number of different
things. Besides the amazing leadership and all that. What's something unique?
I would say something unique about our children's ministry is that we've got a wide range of kids from a lot of different backgrounds. So, I've been in children's ministry in other churches, and a lot of kids come from similar backgrounds. Our children's ministry is made up of a varied group of kids. And it really works out well. We invest into them as best we can, and it seems to work. So,
well, good. All right, let's talk about you have a website called Kids Blast, kids with a Z, kidsblast.com. Tell us about that.
Kidsblast.com is a resource website for children's ministry, with just proven resources that we've used over the years, that we've created or developed, and VBS kits and other things for children's church and dealing with kids with salvation, or, PowerPoint visuals for songs. Just a compilation of a lot of different things that we've used that we make available. Most of it's free, but the VBS bundle kits are the one thing that are purchasable on the website, and it's all downloadable, so no physical products there.
And we have these VBS kits at kidsmatter.com. You purchase them, but they're dirt cheap. I mean, really, for everything's reproducible, and you make it very, very affordable, which is great. I'm thinking like in the $50 or $75 or something
Yeah.
like that, or
Yeah, I think they're
$100.
$50 on there, and it includes
Yeah.
everything you need for 5 days, the program, the PowerPoint, and the games, and just all the ideas.
Well, that's a lot of work putting that stuff together. Did you guys try to? Were you able to do a VBS of any sort this summer at your church?
No, we actually didn't do VBS. So we did an alternative event. It was a family event on a Sunday night a couple weeks ago, and it was called Night of the
Okay,
Fam. And it was just a game night, and we challenged the families, ate pizza, and it was a lot of fun.
that's fun. So did you? So tell us what that looked like. So you served pizza. Did everybody come into the auditorium? Did you do it in the gym? How did you do this?
Yeah, so we separated into two parts. We started with supper where we ate pizza. We had some fun mystery pizza games where they had to eat some things, fun toppings, for points for their teams. We just divided
Love it.
the families up into two groups. And then we went into the auditorium for more of a program with stage games and points. We gave away a ton of prizes. And then we had a family challenge, to really encourage them as they go through this season as a family. And it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Did you roast the pastor or put a pie in his face or anything?
No, we didn't roast the pastor, but we
Okay,
did.
all right.
We made a mess in some of the games. I'll tell you that.
Love it. All right. So go check out kidsblast.com. I know something, Andrew, this is really what I think prompted me to reach out to you and have you jump on the coffee chat is I love what you share on Facebook, and you're such an active part of the I Love Kidmin community, and you're passionate about parenting, and not only parenting your kids, but also just helping parents in general in the church at large understand the importance of parenting. You have a blog. Remind me the website for the blog?
Godlyparent.com.
Godlyparent.com. So what's something you're passionate about right now as it relates to parenting, maybe especially during this pandemic? Like what's something God's been really speaking to you about, or something that's been going through your brain as it relates to parenting during these crazy days?
Sure. Well, for me personally, I know that God's worked in my life about making sure that I'm setting the right example for my kids when it comes to all that's going on in the world around us, because I know that my kids are going to follow my lead, our lead as parents, when it comes to how they view what's going on around us and the perspective they take about what God's doing in the world. And so, I've seen it as an opportunity to really step up my game as the spiritual influencer in my home, and encourage parents to do that as well, to really take advantage of the opportunity they have, not to take it lightly, because I think we've been given kind of a golden opportunity these last few months that it's easy to get busy and overlook all of the potential that I think we have right now to make a difference.
Yeah, so I love that. When you think as parents we need to lead by example, give me a few examples of what do you mean by that? Like in our attitudes? Are you thinking like in practical things that we do with the kids? What are some areas that if we aren't careful we might miss out on, but our kids need us to lead by example, especially during a time like this?
Right. Well, I think it's key that we're helping our kids shape perspective in the area of understanding what the Bible has to say about, as Christians, what it looks like for us when we go through struggles or difficulties or challenges. The Bible's pretty clear that we're strangers and pilgrims in this world, and helping our children understand that as believers we have a different perspective of everything that's going on around us than maybe people who don't know Christ have, and so that shapes the way we respond. For me, one of the big things that I've really encouraged our family with is just to always be grace-filled, because there's so many people who have so many different opinions about so many different things right now, that unity becomes something that is lacking, but it doesn't have to be lacking in our home. And just helping my kids to recognize that we're to have faith over fear in times like this, and really allow God to be seen through us in the way that we're relating to people who may differ from us on a lot of these things.
Yeah, I think that's good. What would you say to Andrew? What would you say to a parent that just really feels, and these are mostly kids pastors listening or watching today, but a lot of us are parents, feel like I'm at my wit's end, like I'm frustrated, I'm discouraged, I'm tired. What would you say to someone who's like, man, I'm at my wit's end here?
Yeah. Well, I definitely say they need to be connected to their local church and being encouraged and strengthened there, because that's key, that their kids are getting that encouragement and that personal interaction. If they're able to go to church, I know some churches aren't back, fully, but if they can, rely on that support. But then also, I think just praying together as a family is huge. That you're helping not only yourself but your kids to recognize that you're trusting the Lord through these difficulties, and that this is a spiritual thing, not just a physical thing that we're surrounded with. Because if our children see us taking on a spiritual mindset when it comes to all of these issues that surround us, it helps them to recognize that we take on a spiritual mindset rather than a physical mindset. And so prayer as a family, I think, is huge. Church plays a huge part. Finding good friends and families that you can interact with and support one another can be truly beneficial. And I know for us, that's been huge, those three things.
Yeah. So Andrew, thanks for joining me today. If someone goes to godlyparent.com, wrap us up by telling us what we're going to find there.
Well, godlyparent.com, it's all about helping you become the parent your kids deserve. And so each week we put free content out there to just practically help you know what it looks like to parent in today's day and age. And the goal is to give parents the tools and the encouragement, sometimes the challenge that they need to be able to step up and live in parenting with purpose and not regret, and that's the goal, is that parents would come there and just be encouraged on a weekly basis.
I love it. Andrew, thanks for joining me. Thanks for everything that you're doing at your church and to help children's ministry leaders all around the world. You're making a difference. Enjoy your vacation.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Enjoy. Now I need to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Okay, behind you on your right, there's these blue books.
Uh-huh.
Is that a series, or is that one book that you've got like 15 copies of?
Well, it's actually a series. Those are some commentaries of the whole New Testament. And so I was given those years ago.
Whose commentaries? Who wrote them?
Well, there's actually a compilation. It's not just one,
Gotcha.
But they are called The Preacher's Outline and Sermon Bible. And
yeah. I've heard of those.
Okay, so it's got some different sources in there.
Yeah, they are lots of different, and those are good. I don't own. I maybe own one of them, but I had a pastor friend once. He was my youth pastor back in the day that had that series of books.
Yes,
my favorite set of Bible commentaries, the J. Vernon McGee Through the Bible series. You ever heard of J. Vernon McGee? Used to be on the radio.
Have. Yeah, years ago.
Yeah,
not recently.
Years ago.
Years ago.
Every Christian, especially every teacher, I mean, you've got to have a good set or two of commentaries. So good stuff. Andrew, thanks for joining me. Enjoy your vacation. Thanks for being on the Coffee Chat.
You bet. Thank you. Talk to you later.
All right, friends. Yeah, you too. Thanks for being here. Go check out godlyparent.com, Andrew's blog, and get some encouragement for you and your ministry team. Hey, if you miss a daily coffee chat, I want to remind you that we put these on the Ryan Frank YouTube channel. We also put them on the Ryan Frank podcast. They're part of the Kids Matter podcast network. And we post them on the Ryan Frank Facebook page and the I Love Kidmin Facebook group every day. Now, how do I find those podcasts? How do I find that YouTube channel? Go to ryanfrank.com. Go to ryanfrank.com. All of those links are there. You can also find the show notes for not only the Ryan Frank podcast, but the weekly Kids Matter podcast. You can find all of that at kidsmatter.com. Friends, have a great day. Thanks for joining me on today's coffee chat. A little shorter than normal. Tomorrow we're going to be joined by Ryan Lutz. Ryan is a member, has a great first name, is a member of the I Love Kidmin Facebook community. Last week, created a post with some of his Kidmin pet peeves. Ended up blowing up with hundreds and hundreds of comments. I said, Ryan, let's talk about those pet peeves tomorrow on the coffee chat. Hope that you'll be here. Friends, be encouraged, be blessed. We will talk to you tomorrow.